Hello. Uh, yeah, we'll start doing this. So, what we are trying to do is, uh, we are going to set up a domain. Then, with that domain, we are going to send the traffic from the internet to the GoDaddy domain, and from that domain, it has to go to the Route 53, and from Route 53, it has to point to the EC2 instance. Okay, it is nothing but we are hosting an application in the EC2 instance, for example, Nginx. So finally, we need to view that Nginx application from the internet. That's all. Okay. So for that, what we are doing is we are hosting application. For that, we are creating an Nginx instance. Okay, Nginx demo, and we are selecting Ubuntu and let it be T2 micro. Okay, so we will allow SSH traffic and HTTP and HTTPS traffic. Okay, and if you see here the subnet we have selected as public subnet, in that case public IP will be created. Okay, so once this is done, we will launch this instance. Okay, proceed without a key pair. Okay, we are going to connect with the EC2 console directly. Okay, let this instance get created. Let's quickly create one more instance for Apache. We'll see if this can also be done. Okay, Apache demo, and we are selecting Ubuntu key pair logging without a key pair, allow HTTPS and HTTP traffic, and finally we are going to launch this also. Okay, this is for Apache and that is for the Nginx. Okay, we'll go to the Nginx instance. So both are there. First we will configure the Nginx connect, EC2 connect, and we just click connect. So yeah, first what we are going to do is sudo apt update. Then next command we are going to install the Nginx. Okay, we just give sudo apt install my Nginx. Okay, so now Nginx has been installed. Next thing what we need to do is okay, let it scan. Early, we'll check the Apache web. Able to connect. It's in progress, 89%. Sudo update. Okay, it is stuck, I believe. Let me connect it again. The Nginx connect EC2 instance. Let me check if okay, it is installed perfectly. So let us enable that systemctl, enable Nginx, sudo systemctl start Nginx, then sudo systemctl status Nginx. Okay, If you can see here, it is active and it is running. Let's see what are all the commands we used. When we go to the history, it says apt update, then install the Nginx, enable the Nginx, start the Nginx, and status of that Nginx. Okay, so this is for the Nginx demo. You will see the IP address and we will verify whether it is working or not. Okay, let me create it. Okay, this will run in port 80 and the security group we have allowed the HTTP port. So Nginx is working fine. Uh, the same way we will try to do it for Apache also. Sudo apt install Apache 2. So it is getting installed. So what are all the commands for Apache 2? Install Apache 2, start, enable, and allow. It is already allowed, so don't have to allow explicitly. Okay, just stuck somewhere here. We'll just reload. Sudo apt. Let's just check if it is installed. Okay, sudo systemctl enable Apache 2. Okay, sudo systemctl start Apache 2. Sudo systemctl status Apache 2. Even the Apache server is running. Okay, let's check if Apache is up. Okay, I've copied the public IP. We have seen the Nginx was working. Same way we are trying to check if Apache is also working. Okay, it is working as expected. So next thing what we are going to do is we have two instances with one is Nginx and one more is Apache demo. Okay, so now we wanted to connect with the DNS. That is meaning we wanted to connect with the domain. Okay, I've already purchased a domain here. If you can see here, the domain is mgdev.in. Okay, same way we have to go to Route 53. We'll go to Route 53. Then we have to create a hosted zone. So you can see DNS management there. Okay, domain name is mgdev.in and it's a public hosted zone, and then you create a hosted zone. Okay, once this is created, just compare, just see this namespace. It says 381.678.1052.1562. Check, go to this DNS. If you see by default, the DNS namespace will be different while creating it, but I have already created it. So you can see it is 1637.464.791.111.445. But the here it is different. Okay, we'll just copy this, copy it, go to the DNS management, change the name servers. Let me delete everything. First I'm copying 381 and then it is 678. Copy it, then come to this, paste, add another name server. So there will be like four name servers for this. Copy it, paste, add one more name server. Okay, 1562. We are going to add it here. So once we add this, we give save. It will ask for a consent. Okay, so just keep continue. So 16374647911445. Just compare it. It is like 381 678. So what we'll do is just refresh this page so that it will get updated with the new one. Okay, it says 381678. Let's check if it is like 381678 and 1058 and 1562. 1058 and 1562. Okay, once this is done, it will take some time to get refreshed. Okay, to check if it is working or not, what we can do is copy this mgdev.in, the domain name, then you check DNS checker. Okay, and let's look up the DNS checker, and here you can go here and enter the domain name. It will show the NS records. It says search error and NS record does not exist. Okay, we have to give some time for it to get it work. Okay, so here it is mgdev.in and this so simple. Okay, once this is done, the next step what we need to do is we have to wait for some time. We'll start creating some A records and CNAME. Okay, then we will do things. First thing is we will configure for Nginx demo. Okay, first you copy the public IP of the Nginx demo. Go to the mgdev.in, create a record for it. Okay, that is we give this as nginx.mdev and a record, paste that IP, create a record. Once this is created, we are going to create a CNAME for this record. Okay, create nginx, and this is the CNAME. Then we give nginx.mgdev, then create a record. It says invalid because what we are trying to do is we are going to point the same nginx to the nginx. That is why it is giving an error. What we can do is cancel this, cancel, edit this nginx, mgdev.in. Okay, let it be. We'll just edit it. Where's the edit button? Edit this. Just give nginx proxy here, nginx proxy.mg.dev, let it be. Save this. Then you create one more record, that is the CNAME, where we will give nginx, and this is CNAME, nginx proxy.mgdev.dev. Create this. So if you can see here, we have created two records, that is a record and a CNAME. So whenever they try to hit for nginx.mgdev.in, so to this domain, it will search for an a record. Okay, it will route the request to this domain, and this will come here. Okay, going forward, once we start using the load balancer, we can directly keep the load balancer right here, and we can avoid using the A records. Okay, this is for the nginx. We will do the same for Apache. Okay, create apache.proxy, and let's copy the IP. Okay, this is the IP. We need to copy the public IP. If we use a private, then it will fail. That can be used for a private zone. Okay, I've given the private IP of the public IP of the Apache. Okay, you can see here. This is copied. So we have copied apache.proxy. Create records. Then we need to create one more CNAME for it. That is apache.apache, and this is the CNAME proxy.mgdev.in. Create a record. So now we have created all the records. So you can see here Nginx mgdev. This is the CNAME, and this has to point to this. This has to point to this. This to this. Okay. We'll see if NS lookup has been updated. Let's refresh it. Okay. Search for NS records. We can see here it is showing the records. It is NS 791, 1637, 1445, and 464. These are the records that is being shown here. You can compare here. It is 381678 and 1058. Okay, I think so. It is still having the old namespaces. It will take some time, I believe. Let's see. Let's wait for some time. It is showing the old one, 791.445. Okay. So it is being going in a round robin. That's why for one side it is showing the NS records and for the other side it is not showing. Okay, so we are going to try for this Manjunath.mgdev.in. We'll see if it works. Otherwise, we will wait for some time and later we can work on this. Okay, http:// you can see nginx.mgdev.in is working fine as expected. So we will try if Apache also works. We are copying this. So it is going with the HTTPS and finally it worked with HTTP. So finally it is working for both Nginx and also for the Apache. You can see here. Okay. So it is working as expected for us. So with the subdomains. Now what we are going to do is we are going to clean up things. Okay. For the cleanup, what we have to do is first we clean up the instance and Route 53. We'll come it in a reverse order. Okay, first we will delete the Route 53 records. This one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay, do not delete NS and so on. So you can just delete records here. Delete. Okay. So once this is deleted, you will be able to delete the you can able to delete the hosted zone. Okay, otherwise your billing might go up. Okay, go here, delete, delete. Okay, so this is deleted perfectly. Then we are going for the instance. We are going to terminate both of the instance state, terminate, delete. Okay, it is getting shut down. We'll try again whether it will come. Okay, it is not showing anything. Even the Apache one, it's just loading, like it is trying to reach the AWS server, but we have deleted it. Those zones are deleted, so it is not working as of. Okay, fine. We'll see if instances are down. Yes, both are terminated, and that's all. So this is all about the Round 53 and EC2 instances with subdomain. If in case you need with the domain itself, like mgdev.in, then if you could observe the Route 53, I would have added a record with the CNAME, right? Instead of giving it like Apache or Nginx, you can just give www. Okay, and so give www dot and route it to mgdev.in, and the mgdev.in a record also should be created. Okay, we cannot directly call the domain. Okay, it has to come with the CNAME and then to the a record. So we should use www as a CNAME for it. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you.